And you, for heaven's sake, you were just Kid Dynamite. That's who you were.
The Dynamite thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Stop it, please. Stop.
Well, it's a wonderful story. And
well, wait a minute. Let me tell you the Dynamite story. I got to take a second. I did a little Dynamite in rehearsal, right? A little tiny Dynamite. Yeah. John Rich, a little round guy, who was the director. He had directed All in the Family. He directed Honeymooners, the Dick Van Dyke Show. He says, I love that. And I go, what do you love? He says, the Dynamite. And he stood in front of the camera, got a single shot, and he says, here's the way you should do it. Dynamite, right? And I said, what are you talking about? Just stand in a room and just say dynamite for no reason? He says, yes, it's going to be our catchphrase, man. We're going to use this. We're going to make a ton of dough off of this. I said, oh, John, people are not that stupid.
Wow. That's wonderful.
That's it. And then he looked at me and he says, yes, they are.
Oh, man. It's on the Pioneers of Television Tuesday nights at PBS. Now, listen, you can see this man in person April 26th, a couple of weeks from now.
This week, David.
This week?
This week.
Soho Lounge, the Soho Lounge in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yikes!
Gentlemen, Jimmy Walker.
We're going to use this. We're going to make a ton of dough off of this. I said, oh, John, people are not that stupid. That's it. And then he looked at me and he says, yes, they are.
Oh, man.
What they say? June. Junior. What did you just tell me your family say? They know me by Junior. By Junior. What did that little boy just get through saying? Junior. Junior. That's what that little boy just got through saying. Junior. That's what he said. He didn't mix it up. But you up and you left somebody alive and they out. You left somebody alive they can identify a child. Call your name. Junior. I'm listening. I'm listening. We'll be all right. We got to argue. We argued our way to the house. And we got out. And we went out. He was dead, shooting out.
According to Jesse, he and Cecil had been out the night of the murders. They started arguing. When they returned to the house, Cecil reached for his shotgun.
Me and this man had kept him got into an engage. I just started shooting. How many times you shoot? What about the women? What you do to them? I didn't do nothing to them. Didn't you shoot the women? Yeah. Then what happened? The kids saw it. Then what happened? I tried to get rid of the kid. By doing what? I stuck. Where'd you get the knives from? They was in the house. Where? In the kitchen drawer. I'll be right back. You talk to your mom. I'm gonna let you talk to your mom.
Madness is something rare in individuals, but in groups, people, and ages, it is a rule. Killing is killing, whether done for duty, profit, or fun. Men murdered themselves into this democracy.
You're good at reading your script, Richard, but you're not much at answering my direct questions. A lot was made that you're a devil worshiper. Do you worship the devil? Have you ever studied Satanism?
There are different sects of Satanism.
Have you studied, just yes or no, have you studied
Yes,
Satanism?
yes I have.
Are you a worshiper of the devil?
No comment.
Come on, Richard.
I can tell you a little bit about Satanism.
Well, I'm interested in hearing what you got to say then.
It is undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit. It is power without charity. A Satanist admits to being evil.
Do you admit to being evil, Richard?
We are all evil in some form or another, are we not?
I'm asking you the questions, my friend.
Yes, I am evil. Not 100%, but I am evil. Evil has always existed. The perfect world most people seek shall never come to pass, and it's going to get worse. The great epochs of our life is when we gain the courage to rebaptize our evil qualities as being our best qualities. Yes, I am evil. Yes, I am evil. Not 100%, but I am evil. Evil has always existed. The perfect world most people seek shall never come to pass, and it's going to get worse. It is a rule. Killing is killing, whether done for duty, profit, or fun. Men murdered themselves into this democracy.
An hour later, Jesse and Cecil's mother arrives at homicide.
Okay. Talk to me. What happened? You here?
He said the gun died. And when he said it there, I just thought shit.
What happened to the baby's name?
His name.
You did it?
Yeah, right.
What?
They saw it.
Okay.
It's pretty strange to wonder what could trigger somebody to have that much rage or that much anger into them to do something to this extent, not only to adults but to kids. I feel sorry for the family. We had a lady lose several grandchildren. She's lost 2 sons, one to murder and now one going back to prison.
Ella, you okay?
That's terrible that he would do this.
According to Jesse's sister, Nicole, he has not been the same since serving time in prison.
My brother got hatred in his heart towards his family because when he did those 13 and a half years, he felt like we was not there for him.
I'm pleased to announce that an arrest has been made in connection with the horrific murders at Gloucester. I know the fear that gripped this community.
Right? And I said, what are you talking about? Just stand in the room and just say dynamite for no reason? He says, yes, it's going to be our catchphrase, man. We're going to use this. We're going to make a ton of dough off of this. I said, oh, John, people are not that stupid.
It may seem strange to you here, especially to many of you who lost members of your family. But all over the world, there were people like me sitting in offices day after day after day who did not fully appreciate the depth and the speed with which you were being engulfed by this unimaginable terror.
I think Clinton knew exactly what was going on in Rwanda. As in so many other things, his mind was off somewhere else at the time, and he just didn't take it seriously enough. And all this caterwauling about if only I had known, spare me. He knew.
It's shocking because you see all those people killed, and some of the skulls were small, so those were children. And some of them were not complacent, they were really tortured.
How long were they able to fight before the whole massacre happened?
They were able to defend themselves for 3 months, and they decided to go and hide in the bush because they knew that they couldn't
resist anymore.
It's pure lack. Nobody protected them. It's just hands of God.
Paradise was assaulted by the devil. And the devil did its best to destroy it. Imagine yourself with somebody who looks nasty.
And he's standing behind you and he's got a loaded pistol. And that person is telling you that if you do not commit a horrific act, he's going to shoot you. Would you commit that act? And how much time would you think the guy will give you to debate that?
They would take children, kill them, and then say, see what we've just done, and we're going to do that to you now. And he said, you go there next door and you kill that person right now. And the hesitation is enough for them to kill you.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact of humanity.
So the burial site represents how many people were killed and so on.
It's around 60 and 70,000 people. 60 and 70,000 people. 70,000 people.
But all over the world, there were people like me sitting in offices day after day after day who did not fully appreciate the depth and the speed with which you were being engulfed.
What kept their morale to continue to fight instead of giving up like so many other places?
Muri amezi atatu ko abantu bari mu kwicwa mureba yitwa n'undi mwene wabo aho kugira atege ugikanuhita kataboshye umwana cyangwa udafite ingufu. They didn't want just wait for someone to come and chop the head. What they did, they said, we're going to fight as long as we can, even if there is one person who will survive to come and tell what happened here.
Right. Well, I cannot explain how much, as a soldier, I am impressed with the courage and the determination and the resiliency of this battle. I mean, ended up by being a massacre, of course, but it's far more one of those great battlegrounds, you know, in the world where brave people have fought and ultimately died for what they believe in. And the battle was against evil, against the devil, and yet they still were able to fight for 3 months. If I've been able to literally shake hands with the devil, it only seems absolutely logical that there's another entity. Because there is that extreme of evil, there is the other extreme of the purest of good.
Are you waking up, people? The Lord is calling you. I'm using here examples of things that are more visible to easily see that how Satan actually controls our evil thoughts. Jesus is calling you. Wake up and go to him.